Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma with Reading with Grandma. And we're continuing the Book of Artifacts. Hopefully that's coming in okay. Working on the cell phone in my little teeny room I'm in. Oh, broken computers and chairs and things. But the phones work. All right. So we're moving on to, we're in the wands and staffs. And so I'm just going to get going here with the next item. All right. Staff of Adjustment. This was by Mary again. It wholesales for $70,000, retails for $100,000. Rare, clerics only. A staff of dark polished wood. The staff is always just the right size for the cleric holding it. In the hands of a good cleric, it heals 1d6 to anyone it touches. In the hands of an evil cleric, it does 1d6 damage. In the hands of a neutral cleric, it glows bright green, and so does a cleric for 1d6 hours. Number of charges is Dungeons Master's option. And we have in quote, used to have one, but then Brother Samuel and some priests of Set got into a tug of war over it. Each round, Sam took damage and the priest took healing, till I invoked Dillian Law and the thing exploded. Graph, DZGND Blavatsky. Staff of Dillian Law, also by Mary. Not normally for sale. Rare, a much battered, rough wooden staff. The staff houses a sentient being whose duty is to enforce Dillian Law, which involves poetic justice, karma, Tanstoffel, and dramatic integrity, or whatever makes good stories. When important, Dungeons Master's option, events are about to violate this principle. The being has a 30% chance to intervene by himself, a 60% to intervene if anyone is hearing shouts, I invoke Dillian Law. Intervention may be direct. Staff may dance, invulnerable, damage 1 to 100 at will. Shoot a ray with appropriate power, etc. But more often it will cause some element of the situation to change, providing a hairbreadth escape or last-minute downfall, and usually destroying all treasure or power recently gained. See Staff of Adjustment. Obviously, the DM must judge as a wish. The overuse of the staff would itself violate Dillian Law very badly indeed. If invoked without sufficient cause, DM's judgment, the staff has a 30% chance to dance and thresh the invoker about the shoulders with 1d8 subdual damage per the invoker's level. All same round or Dungeon Master's option. And it's got a little star. So would selling it under normal circumstances. So you normally wouldn't sell it, and it's normally not for sale. So those are the two wands and staffs. Sorry, it's a bit choppy, but there will be no editing today. All right. What we got going here in the clothing section? Okay. This is the right clothing section. Okay. Cloak of Quick Change. This is by Dana and Ben. Wholesales for $10,000. Resales for $15,000. Again, it's one of these ones that has a little 6 under it. So I don't know what the deal was with the number 6. Rare Trap. Dark blue embroidered. Wait, sorry. Take that back. My dyslexia. Rare reversible cloak, usually red and black. Very popular with thieves and assassins. This is a reversible cloak of any two colors desired. When the cloak is worn with one color out, a set of clothing is visible. When the cloak is reversed, a second form of dress appears. When the cloak is donned over a set of clothing and the clasp is turned, the inner side of the cloak is attuned to that set of clothes. When the cloak is removed, the clothes vanish with it. A second choice of costume may then be selected and the process repeated with the cloak reversed. After this, when the cloak is reversed, the appropriate set of clothing appears. Quote, "Ye might heard about absent-minded thief who forgot the second step and became the life o' the party, Mr. Humphrey Tappercoom." So those are, that's one of the clothing items for today. And then we've got a disguise kit. This is also by Dana. It wholesales for $10,000, retails for $20,000. Rare, a small suitcase smudged with grease paint. This is actually a variety of the multi-universal teleportation box tied directly to the theatrical supplies department. It will always, with a little star, contain enough makeup, costumes, etc. to outfit a theatrical troupe of 30 members or Dungeon Master's option. There is a 95% chance that any disguise wanted can be found here. All materials are enchanted so that once put on, they will appear to be real in all respects. Ergo, a false beard, if pulled, would feel real to the person pulling it. This kit is limited to the sort of changes that could really be made by makeup. And pause. Hit the intermission music. Dun 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 dun. All right, we got light again. My torches keep going out. So the sort of changes that could really be made by makeup and costuming, i.e. height and weight could be increased considerably but only decreased slightly, etc. Each kit contains 4D10, Dungeon Master's options, small vials of solvent, which is the only means by which the disguise can be removed. Once opened, each small vial of solvent will evaporate immediately if not used. All right, so we have a little star. It says, explained, reasonable withdrawals from this box will be billed to Ringling Brothers, from whom it was stolen, and automatically replenished except for the solvent, which requires a special import license. But any unreasonable use of the box will draw the attention of Multiversal's security department. Normally, it has no communication feature. Any weapons supplied as part of the costume will be props only. And then we got another quote. Once an assassin was down on one dose of solvent when he disguised himself as an orc to try to assassinate the orc's king. The one dose was stolen by an orc thief and said it tasted fine, and the assassin is still looking for some more. Trouble is, he doesn't have an import license for more solvent, and other supply houses don't like dealing with orcs. Graf, DZG and Bozvalsky. So, you can give your players some crazy stuff, but it looks like, as well as the DM, you can use that crazy stuff to create other problems. Like the time I got that wand that turned somebody into a pink pony. So this is This is one of the joys of being the game master. Yes, this is cool, but we can't let it overpower things. How do we do that? So this is an example, a little quote down there. Anyway, we will continue clothing probably for the next couple days. And I think wands and staffs will also be for the next couple days. And then we'll move on to other stuff. I'm not going to try to do the additional create magic rules. I guess I could do the 7 optional steps for creating magical tools, because that's what the other 7 were that's supposed to go with. So step 7, to repress personality and free will of the inhabiting spirit and generally make the magic item act more like a machine than a person, reverse animate object. If this step is not done and the spirit is of human or greater intelligence, the DM may treat as an intelligent sword, ego 3d6, or Dungeon Master's option. Okay, D&D players, Arduin has the abilities kind of subdivided up into additional characteristics. So ego for D&D would be charisma. Okay? Because charisma, ego, and I think there's another thing there. They all would fall under charisma for D&D. So when we get to Arduin, it'll be interesting to show how they're different and how they're alike. If the spirit is of a lesser intelligence, treat as a moderately well-trained horse. For lesser suppression, spells such as Charm, Quest, or Geese may serve. Step 8. To protect magic item from dirt and damage. Clean cantrip or a housekeeping spell. That is in the spell book on page 56, previously mentioned. Step 9. To enable magic item to talk, speak with dead or with animals or with monsters, depending on what kind of spirit is in the object. Step 10, to eliminate weight and encumbrance, change weight spell, also in the spell book, page 60, or polish weekly with wax from Rukumbu's berries, see page 20. Ooh, spoiler alert, something to help you all with that encumbrance issues. Step 11, to standardize range, etc., can never be done fully, as all is finally Dungeon Master's option. However, if the desired spell is to cast while the object is being embraced by the caster and a permanency spell is cast at the same time, one single factor, i.e. range, duration, damage, or area, may be standardized to the same as the spell had during the particular casting. To standardize all factors would require 4 separate permanencies. Step 12. To see, this is why I edit. To standardize kind of effect requires a simultaneous wish and permanency. Step 13. To improve items' percentage to cast spells correctly also requires a simultaneous wish and permanency per each 10% improvement. In some worlds, the percentage can never exceed 90%. All right, so that's the total between the previous video and this video of the 13 steps, plus my stuttering. Blah, 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 blah. The next step is DM notes on construction. So we'll get to that stuff There's also a spirits table in here in the next videos. So I hope you enjoyed reading with Grandma on the cell phone. And everybody have a great day. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, comment. Have a good one. Bye.